Hi folks, since the time Brundtland Commission has given its report on the sustainability, this has become a buzzword in this stage, and it also tends to be on the tip of everyone's tongue. I, along with my team, going to present a short play on the sustainability so that you would be able to understand its nitty-gritty in a fashion. Eartha, a prosperous gift from Almighty, has been deteriorated by exorbitant excavations and injudicious use of its natural resources. If we do not take sustainability into our consideration in the development course, this is what it's going to happen: the destruction at massive scale. Zon leaves Earth in lieu of these conditions in search of a new planet. During their search, their aircraft gets crash landed onto a new planet called New Eartha. Zon Sisterhood finds its new home called New Eartha, which is habitable and unpolluted one. There they have found a new species or called natives, whom they regard as barbarians. Due to their technological superiority and advancements, they defeat barbarians on their own turf and starts ruling with iron fist.
Now problems have arisen after the speculation by Lady Kathleen de Orr and Dernis Maradina that the great engine is going to malfunction in next 5 years. A number of solutions have been suggested by a number of entities, and we are going to discuss that in detail. First solution is given by the military. Military argued for the rapid expansion in Zon power production capacity. Military proposed on immediate commencement of drilling for oil, mining for coal, and extraction of other fossil fuels. Military accounts for approximately 50% of current Zon power consumption. Most of it is used to run a weapons system. These weapon systems are all that stand between our Zon civilization and slavery under the barbarian patriarchy. The conventional sources of energy creates environmental changes like glacier melting and rise in global temperature, air pollution, deforestation, and creates problems of ecosystem. This is wrong because this is very reason that destroyed Eartha, and it makes no sense to proceed down the same path.
Let's move to the second solution, which has been suggested by the scientific community, that is to broker peace between the two tribes, the Zon and the barbarians. Now, peace has always been the safest bet, considering that it prevents wars and altercations and lights the beacon for sustained growth and harmony. But in such a scenario, is peace so simple, or is it just a mirage? Let us try to find out. Friends, there's this theory called Harrow's paradox, which states that information once learned cannot be handled, which has a very pivotal role in this solution, because in any negotiation, information sharing is entailed. Let us try to fathom a scenario which would arise if we were to put this recommendation to force.
A truce is reached, and consequently the military expenditures become redundant. Now the barbarians have access to easy information, so in essence the Zon has no leverage left. Barbarians have had a track record of violent altercations and a patriarchal society in which female emancipation is considered sinful, and these values are deeply entrenched. Do you think it would be so easy for the barbarians to simply shun away from all the values they cherish and follow for a peace process? I think not. Furthermore, it won't be easy for Zon Sisterhood also to accept such a paradigm shift. What follows next is an informed assumption based on the fact and circumstances, that is, the Zon Empire would get backstabbed by the barbarians. So, while the peace process looks like a viable solution in the long run, total dependency on it may backfire, and it may lead to retaliation by the barbarians, and the Zon Sisterhood, deprived of its technological advancements, may succumb to the barbarian retaliation. And therefore, a contingency measure needs to be there, and concerted efforts have to be made so as to ensure that peace can be reached, but with a caveat.
Discussing the options propagated by Zon administration, which is to gradually build up renewable energy sources. But on the first glance, it may seem like the options to choose. But
here is why these options on the standalone basis is not.
The solutions discard is to wait, and then wait some more. Just to wait till the renewable source of energy reach the capability to sustain the zone's demands, which could quite possibly take 100 years. Renewable sources of energy are those which can be easily replenished and which practically emit no pollution. This is the way to sustainable growth and would have been viable had there not been time constraints. But the zone power sources, according to the Kathleen d'Or and Melodina, would last for the next 5 years, after which the zone would face a massive blackout due to the power source being extinguished. This source is what powers technologically advanced military defense system deployed by the zone, which allows to maintain the dominance over the native barbarians. The blackout would invariably lead to barbaric retaliation given their inherent violent traits.
As we saw, all standalone suggestions lead to one inevitable outcome: doom.
Doom of the planet of New Eartha, or of Zon. So we have to focus on positives of them all.
The obvious way for sustainable development is negotiation. Negotiation with the barbarians to find common ground and improve trade, cash flow, sharing of education and values.
This will foster trust and lead to the healthy development of both communities. Both can coexist in a harmonic and symbiotic relationship.
But the obvious question, how do we make sure that the barbarians don't retaliate as soon as the power source is extinguished?
The solution? Building a highly guarded and controlled fossil fuel plant to act as a deterrent against barbaric foul play.
Will we forget about Zon administrative strategy?
No, the solution lies with renewable energy.
Having a fossil fuel deterrent incentivizes the barbarians to uphold the terms of the peace talks.
Meanwhile, the R&D of renewable resources continues in full swing. Solar, wind and tidal energy, once tapped to its full potential, can power the Zon Empire sustainably and efficiently for centuries to come.
The revenue can be generated by selling inconsequential amounts of fossil fuel power,
The result is a happy ending.
where all needs are fulfilled sustainably.